This video presentation of First Marblehead Corp. It's a New York Stock Exchange listed company trading our ticker FMD. Thought we'd kick this week off. The chart's made a pretty nice move. Consolidated off a climb down here at the bottom at 65 cents. Formed a flag pattern. And is at a pretty important point for a breakout with the 200-day moving average and some static resistance right in the way. So we'll take a quick run through the indicators. I'd imagine they're all moving pretty strong. You can see MACD, sharp upward move, well over top of zero. It's in bullish position for a trend right now. Same way with the PPO. ADX cooled off a little bit after making the sharp move. Down relatively low, only registering a 26 right now. Bullish cross, the positive DI pushing through the ADX. MFI's over top of 50, telling me people are paying higher prices for the stock. Accumulation distribution, putting together a nice upward move over the last month and a half. Jake and money flow reinforcing that, holding in the green, saying that buying pressure is outweighing selling pressure. Technically speaking, the buy signal from the CCI is dropped upon the break of 100, registering 96.3 right now. Looks like that's about to happen. Bull still holding over top of 50, telling me that bullish momentum is being sustained in the play. And the tricks, it's another gauge of trend. Sharp upward move, holding over top of zero. Again, that's a bullish position. All that should be pretty much expected. The stock price made a pretty large move. Relative strength index, holding over top of 50. Again, signaling momentum being in the play. The reason I still run through those indicators is just to make sure that there's not some real strong negative divergences going on, which would be giving hints this chart might fall apart after this move. The indicators are indeed signaling that there's a lot of strength in trend and momentum. Now, this is considered a flag pattern. Chart coming off the bottom, making the move. The flag would look something like that, with this 2 days of large movement being the flag pole, and then the consolidation between around 84, 85 cents, and this upper end around 97 cents, forming the flag itself. But stock had a real nice close on Friday. Increase in volume up to 345,000 shares, a definite increase from the consolidation volume, and the stock closed at the high of the day on Friday, up about 5%, and right at that top end resistance at 97 cents. So we'll put a little bit longer resistance line in there, right through that area, and see actually going back historically how that was a support and resistance point. It's indeed come back into play again. On the low end, on any pullback, I'd certainly want to see us hold over top of 84 cents. Keep it over top of this 50-day moving average, which is starting to curl. Of course, it's dynamic. It'll work its way upward. Had some dynamic support to the static support line at 84 cents. But right now, I think it's at a pretty significant spot because of pressing on that top-end resistance, which could signal a breakout from this flag, and facing the challenge of the $1 mark, which is commonly a psychological barrier, and the 200-day moving average being right there, which is always a source of dynamic resistance. Now, I don't like to get into price targets. You can easily look it up for projected targets from a flag. It's basically the height of the flagpole added onto the breakout point. But I think it can be a little misleading in these videos sometimes to say if it breaks out from here, here's the target price. So I tend to stay away from that, but encourage people to do a little bit of diligence and read about some patterns. What I'd be looking for in this myself would be a pretty strong resistance point right there around $1.07. Should it push through the dollar mark, hits a new point of resistance, and then pulls back, to stay in the most bullish shape, you want to see it hold that 97 cent point as a new support level so that it makes a higher low and strengthens the idea that the upward path is going to continue. Because the top end resistance on this play will clearly be right around $1.24, $1.25. Still a nice move from where it is, more than 25% to reach that level. As I always say, I don't look for that to necessarily happen tomorrow, but I just want to identify some tough resistance points and point out what I'd look for in a chart that's made a move like this, consolidated, and now potentially looks like it's going to try and break out again. And those are the things that I'd be looking for in the FMD chart this week and going forward. But as always, merely my interpretation. Thank you for watching and trade smart.